guys! So in today's video I'm going to be doing some jelly printing. Now I went into this without any semblance of an idea of how I was going to approach these prints. And for the most part I really feel like that's how the best prints actually come to be. It's a combination of the buildup on the plate and just trial and error. Here are a couple of the prints that we're going to be working on in this video. And there's more, but those are just a few of them to give you guys a little taste of what's going to be happening. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. So I don't really know how much I'm going to be talking in this video, but I thought I would take some time here at the beginning to go over some of the supplies and just general setup. This is my jelly plate, and as you can see, it is a mess. I don't really clean it a lot just because I like the extra bits that come up on my prints. Is it a 5x7 maybe? 5x7.25-ish jelly plate. Typically I don't use any kind of special paper for my jelly plate prints, but today I am going to be using this Canson sketch paper. It's 50-pound paper, 9x12, and really the only reason I'm using this is because I want to see how it prints and if it prints any differently than regular copy paper does. And then here I have a bunch of stencils that I've picked out. I've used most, if not all of these for jelly printing in the past. Some are store-bought stencils, like these ones. Some are things that were cut out on a die cut machine. Some were hand cut, like these ones. And as you can probably see, it looks like I have some sort of newspaper something or other on the other side. Wonder if I could pull that up. It looks like maybe it was on a piece of newspaper and that was where I was resting it. I'm going to be using acrylic paints, and I might use some spray inks or some water-soluble pastels if I get to that. For now, I've just pulled out my Liquitex Basics and Blick Studio Acrylics, as well as a couple of different Craft Smart paints. And I think to kind of get my motivation up, I'm going to use colors I know will look good together. Seems like I waited just a bit too long, so to clean this off, let's do white. Or actually, first of all, try to spray it with water. See if that helps pull a different kind of print. A little bit. Interesting. All right. Don't know what's going on there. Let's pull this up and try to pull this. If you have some type of open acrylic, I know Golden has a acrylic that's meant to stay for longer, stay wet, then you'll have more time to work it. I wondered, when I said I was going to play it safe, I was wondering what this would look like with the golden yellow ochre. So let's try this. It is an interesting green. I like that. Alright. I have this gift card that I cut some marks into. So now I have both a full print and a ghost print. This is pretty dry right now, so I'm going to spray it with water and see what type of print I can get from that. I'm actually going to stamp into this with this piece of bubble wrap. This might not work because that was fairly intricate and it had water on it, but oh, it did work. I like that one. As you can see, this is kind of collecting around the edges, which is kind of cool. But I'm going to come in with a completely different color. I'm going to come in with this light pink and maybe a bit of neon. I'm actually going to print this on top of this, I think. That's cool. It pulled up some of that green, which is nice, especially because of the fact that they're complementary colors. Kind of a disaster right in there. It's blending more than I would like, but don't hate it. I'm going to roll this directly onto my stamp here. Now this is starting to dry in there, but that's okay. I like this on top of this bit. I want to spray this real quick. See if I can get any of this blue off of here. Now this is definitely going to be starting to dry, so I'm going to spray it with water. Cool, I like that. Mixing fluorescents is always kind of fun. So let's do a fluorescent pink and orange. And some of that gray picking up might be interesting. This is one of my favorite stencils. It was a hand-cut one. I just drew the design onto a piece of cardstock and used a X-Acto knife. Woo! Bright. But on top of that, it's kind of interesting. It's a little sticky. Just a little came off. What's this look like? Oh, yeah, I love that. That's my favorite one so far, I think. And as you can see, it picked up on all of the little bits from previous layers, and that's why I don't normally clean my jelly plate. And it can be very interesting to see just how much you can get out of one application to the jelly plate. Next to the fluorescent. I don't want to put it on top because I really like this, but I can maybe overlap it just a little, have it go this way. So, in order to go along with the patterns I've already picked, I like this one. Some of it's getting onto my background here, but I'm okay with that. Let's pull this. Cool. I like how that pulled up from the past. I saw some people making prints where they used water-soluble oil pastels to draw directly onto the plate. I'm gonna try that. A disaster is happening. Now I'm gonna dip this into water. If nothing else, I've scraped away some of the paint. Oh, it definitely made purple. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, and it has some of the background. Nice. Let's just try to pull this without spraying. Kinda. I really like that one. That's cool. So what happens if I mix fluorescent paint directly into it? Does it make a cool purple? Ooh, cool, cool. Oh, beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay, hold on. Get the ghost print. It's the best print normally. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. So, it does make a really beautiful purple. Payne's gray and fluorescent pink, who knew? I always find that I get started on a jelly plate and I never want to stop. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna print an orange over top of this. But I don't really have a lot of oranges that I like, so I'm gonna mix just a regular orange and this dark yellow. That's kind of cool. So I had some spray ink that seemed to react with the paint. It's very brown because it was a blue ink and an orange paint, which make brown. Now this is very dark. This is very dark orange. So let's put some pink in it. I might even put a touch of burnt sienna. I like those little skips, so I'm going to keep them there. Let's try this stamp. What does orangish, pink, and purple look like together? Not bad, actually. Interesting. And here we go. Here's the last print. Oh, maybe not. It's boring. Okay, hold on. Let's try this. Spray it with some water. I'm actually going to print on the back of this because I don't really like it, so. Do like that. It's kind of a watercolory looking background. Give a brief little overview of the prints we did. These will definitely need to be layered over top. Especially this one because it's so solid. This one I really like in areas. I like this half. This half is kind of getting muddy and I would need to add things over top of it. These ones I really like, especially this area. I'm glad that I added that pink. It kind of gives another interesting color there. This one's kind of weird. This area is interesting. This one I really like, especially this little area here. And I do tend to think certain pieces of prints are better than other ones, but that's why I print on separate pieces of paper because I can cut them up and choose the bits that I like. I really like this one, actually, all of it. I don't know why. I just like the contrast, I think, of the neutrals that are really dark with the fluorescence. This area I'm in love with. This got kind of gross because of the ink that reacted with it, but I still like it. This is interesting. I really like the way that the bubble wrap worked. I like the scratched design as well. This entire page, actually, I really like. This one is a little different color scheme-wise, which makes it kind of fun. I like the contrast. And this one got a little muddy and gross as well, but that's where your layers come in. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this experiment jelly printing process. I had a lot of fun with it. And I'm sure these jelly prints will make appearances on this channel in the future. So thank you all so much for watching. You can subscribe if you want to see more videos like this or very different from this in the future. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.